So today I want to tell y'all the story of how a pro-Israel troll threatened to hit me with a lawsuit because of a post that I shared. And I'm making this video for educational purposes because I want y'all to understand the kind of cowardly tactics that these Zionists will resort to when their hateful ideology is put on full display for the world to see. So I mentioned before that as part of my research, I like to follow some pro-Israel pages to get a sense of what the narrative is on their side. And every now and then I'll dig into the comment section and engage with people to see what kind of arguments they're using to try to defend Israel's genocide against the Palestinians. Now, admittedly, this is not the best use of your time, and I don't recommend that people get into lengthy back and forth debates and comment sections with the other side. It's not worth your time. But for me, it's a good way to get inside of the head of a Zionist and see what level of brain rot we're dealing with. And so a post from one of these pages catches my attention, and I decided to go to the comment section to see what people have to say. At this point, Israel had already killed over 20,000 innocent civilians, 9,000 of them being children. And so I just asked people, how do you justify Israel killing this many innocent people? And I saw some of the usual responses, people saying that the stats are inflated or made up, people trying to claim it's Hamas's fault because they're using civilians as, quote, human shields, and some people trying to claim that there are no innocent civilians because according to them, everybody in Gaza either participated in the attack on October 7th or they celebrated it. But one of these Israel supporters decided to go full mask off in their response. Now I'm gonna read it here, but brace yourself. What they said is fucking disgusting. He said, "This is only the beginning. We will take as much cockroaches as we want and can. Fuck the public opinion. Like we give a fuck. Israel is on a mission and we will exterminate the filth. You think you can attack Israel and get away with it by rioting and whining? Think again. These animals made a fatal mistake and we Israelis want to see more casualties. No matter what it is, children or women, they all need to go. This time we're going to give a lesson you'll remember for generations to come." Now, before someone goes off and says, that's probably just some random internet troll, or maybe it's a bot trying to make Israel supporters look crazy. Now, this is 100% a real person. I know this is a real person because the dude used his first and last name as his username on IG. I looked him up on Facebook and there he was with the Israeli flag in his profile picture. And his Facebook profile showed everything about him, what city he lived in, the universities that he'd gone to, the name of the business that he owned, all that. And to me, I was just blown away that somebody would feel so emboldened to say something so fucking horrible, calling for more innocent children to be killed, and not even worry about hiding his name. To me, that speaks to just how comfortable the mainstream narrative has made it for people who support Israel to outright dehumanize Palestinians. And that's a fucking problem. So after seeing this comment, I decided to take a screenshot and post it on my page with this caption right here. And by the end of the day, the post had gotten over 1,400 likes and been shared over 300 times. And even though I didn't include any of his personal information in my post, people looked him up by his username, saw that he had a business, and started hitting him with negative reviews. When I looked up his account on IG, it looked like it had been deleted. And when I looked him up on Facebook again, all his personal information was gone, and so was the little Israeli flag in his profile picture. So I figured he got the message. But then, a couple days later, Christmas morning in fact, I got a Facebook message request from a guy named James White. And basically it said, if you don't take down this post in the next 24 hours, we're coming at you with a lawsuit. And after talking it over with some people, I decided to just archive the post and avoid the headache. But there was still a part of me that felt like I was letting this dude off the hook. And not just this random piece of shit, but any pro-Israel voice that thinks that they can get away with using that kind of hateful, disgusting language to talk about our Palestinian brothers and sisters. The last 4 months, I've heard some of the most vile and dehumanizing language from people who are defending Israel's genocide against the Palestinians. I've heard nice white ladies at council meetings refer to Palestinian children as terrorists. I've had elected officials in my own city call into question the validity of images of children who've been murdered by U.S. and Israeli airstrikes in Gaza. I've heard high-ranking Israeli and U.S. officials calling for Gaza to be flattened. The level of dehumanization that we've seen makes you sick to your stomach. And knowing that people can say things like this and then go run and hide behind their lawyers like cowards when they're called out for it, that's not okay with me. But there is one silver lining for me in moments like this, and it's what I said in the caption of my original post. And that is that when you listen to Palestinian voices, it will make you support the Palestinian cause and question what the Israeli government is doing. But when you listen to pro-Israel voices, and they go full mask off and show their true colors, they make the distinction very clear. And you know right away who's on the wrong side of history. Now that said, we can't let this kind of hate go unchecked. We need to fight back. The reason that people like this feel so emboldened is because they stand on the side of the established power structures, namely the US and the Israeli government, who are carrying out this genocide. But their strength in numbers and their strength in solidarity. And every day we have more and more people waking up to recognize Israel's crimes for what they are. And when all those people come together and stand in solidarity with our Palestinian brothers and sisters, then cowards like this will start to shrivel up real quick.